G'day, and welcome to LB Fantasy. Now this is going to be mainly on SuperCoach Big Bash. It's my main game that I play. Played SuperCoach for a long time, but sticking to cricket at the moment. I also play FBL, love FBL, but I'm not that knowledgeable. But we're going to stick with BBL, we're going to have a crack. It's just a bit of fun. Big shout out to Big 7 and Griff for doing their own things. Their videos will be in the description. Check them out, they're pretty knowledgeable. Also, big shout out to Fantasy Take TV Discord. If you haven't already, join up. Your top fantasy takes for sure, most knowledgeable. Couple nuffies, but that's alright, that's like everywhere. First thing I wanted to do was touch on the fixture. Some people don't know this exists or don't pay too much attention to it. But if we have a look, Hobart's got 2 doubles inside 3 rounds. Sydney's got the first double straight up as well with them. And then you got Sydney and Brisbane in round 2. So it's really important when you're making your teams to focus on these key fixtures. With Hobart having a double again in round 3, you're going to find a lot of teams that are stacked with Hobart players. They're cheap, they're quality, plus they've got 5 fixtures in 3 rounds, which is really, really handy. Also, Stars with the early fixture. If you do like a Stars player, I don't mind the pod, especially with the flex option. And then Perth in the 4th round is quite important to pick at least one of them, in my opinion. We'll look at week 1. The double ups are Sydney playing Strikers and Perth, and then the Hurricanes playing Thunder and Stars. Hurricane definitely the better double there. Sydney Thunder have always been weaker than the Sixers out of the 2 Sydney teams, but I think Sydney probably won't play finals either, and then Stars are the worst team in the comp, whereas Sydney Sixers play the Adelaide Strikers, who are top quality, and Perth, who are just a super powerhouse, but quality nonetheless. But the way I'm going to do this video is we're just going to look at the top options in each line. I'm not going to show my team today. I'm going to hold that on to the next video just because the template took me ages. You'll also notice that some people in the wrong lines. I could have changed it for the first video, but I'll try and get better at going forward. But first of all, let's look at the wikis. So we got Philippi, first option. Again, as we speak about the double coming up, he's priced at 109, so he's the most expensive out of my 5 picks. But he's super reliable. He's been a staple for many, many years, and if you really, really like him and what he's got to offer, then I definitely think he's an option. Just what puts me off is his price, 110,000. He's obviously 40,000 more than McDermott, which is my top pick. He's got the X factor, he's got the ceiling, he's just going to be a super pick. I also think he'll keep. Wade's getting a bit older, less responsibility for him. I think McDermott will keep, but yeah, it's a great price, 80,000. I mean, he can easily get to 150, 160 inside the first 3 rounds with that fixture, but also just his ability to score. And then you've got Wade, obviously another good pick. I mean, you could flip a coin between those two. Wade will bat at 4. But his quality, international player, super consistent batter, and goes at a really good strike rate. But my pick is McDermott, and then my best second option is Cam Bancroft. Again, another player that would probably be playing at the international level if it wasn't for Sandpapergate. 81,000 is a really good entry price, and with the early double in round 2, it's a good rotation for McDermott. You'll see a lot of teams with these two. With McDermott as wiki, Bancroft as the bench option, just because they rotate so well. McDermott has the double first, then Bancroft, then back to McDermott, and you're only spending 160,000. But then, as a pod, I've thrown in Clark here. I think he's going to have another great year. He had a shocker last year, but he's a great player, and he has the quality. He's played at international level, so definitely good enough. Obviously, with Clark playing for the Stars, I just don't trust him. I think he's a pick in the double, and you can probably go McDermott or Bancroft to Clark, whoever has made or whoever's got the higher break even. So probably an option round 3, but definitely wouldn't be starting him for me. Moving on to the batsman, and before we do this, I just want to go over really quickly oh god, that is ugly. 1 second, there we go, that's better. Just want to go over my season ranks, so I can let you know that I'm not some spud. Haven't finished higher than 523. Should have finished higher than 523 last year, and I was ranked in the top 200. But was in Scandinavia, and the flight didn't have in-flight Wi-Fi during the rain-affected games. So round 5, I believe it was. Shaky Boy was predicting rain. I didn't believe him. Thought I'd have in-flight Wi-Fi to change just before the coin bat flip. Didn't have in-flight Wi-Fi. Copped 3 DMPs and just tanked my rank. But there's always next year, so this year we're finishing higher than that. Anyway, moving on to the batsman. Big Glenn Maxwell. 201,000 for no double fixture inside the first 2 weeks. I'm personally not going there, but have seen a few people go there just for the X factor. Also the absolute humongous ceiling he has. For me, I'd just rather go other options, and that other option would be a Mitch Owen. There is an injury concern, I believe, but for now he's still in my team, subject to change, but don't think he'll be going anywhere. Azam, if you're a cricket fan, I don't need to tell you too much about this guy, you just pick and forget. As Griff said, good luck watching a Sydney Sixers game. If you don't own him, he's going to have an incredible season. I am just worried about him starting slow, but with the double game week to start, we'll back him in for 2 games. This is an interesting one. Chaudhary, tell me how to pronounce it, but he's coming off a incredible knock in the Sheffield Shield. I think he went at about 159 off 180 balls against New South Wales. Didn't have the best bowling figures, but unbelievable knock, and you'd probably have him in your bowlers line, but I've got him in my batsman here just because can't be bothered moving him, so sorry about that. But yeah, incredible knock, in some form. We'll keep a close eye on him because he's not highly picked at the moment, but he's my one to watch, and he's a Cord pod. Cord loves him. Tim David, another one, probably wouldn't go there for me, but he's really generating some serious form. Had some great games against India, is playing well in the T10 overseas, and looks pretty good. Just came off a 30 off 13, so really good strike rate. I don't like him batting at 5 in this Hurricanes lineup. If he's batting at 4, which I think is highly unlikely, I would be tempted to pick, but at 5, just not touching him. Saw a big 7 pick Marsh, so I just want to talk about the big bison. 117 is really, really cheap for him, but again, no double game week until round 4. I think we can wait on him. You might disagree, you might think he's good value, go for your life. And then Jack Edwards is one that's currently in my team, hopefully going to bat at 3 for the Sixers, but if he's batting at 5, he'll be straight out for me. Replacements are you got heaps of replacements, and we'll talk about them another day. But I just want to touch on an absolute lock, Aaron Hardy. If you do not have this man in your team, you are throwing ranks. He's a must pick. 74,000 is really, really cheap. I imagine he's going to be at about 110 by the time he gets to his double, or at least 120. Is expected to bowl, will bat at 3, and he's a superstar. Absolute superstar. Over to the bowlers. So here we're starting with Nathan Ellis. This guy just continues to produce. Great Sheffield Shield numbers, but really, really good international and domestic bowler. If he can give me 100, 120 in the double, First game I'd be wrapped, and he's potentially a captain option for me. If we just go back and look at the fixtures really quickly, first game is Perth versus Sydney, so I'll probably VC Azam, or I'll VC Dorsch. Dorsch is the number one option for sure. And then I'd look to captain Alice or Meredith, but it's a coin flip there. But yeah, definitely Alice is a 100% pick for me. Talking of Dorsch, he's my next lock. He's not going anywhere from a team. Probably the best three bowlers, inside the best three bowlers easily. Just an absolute superstar. And Bartlett's much the same. Unfortunately, Bartlett will see my bench in the first week, but especially with that double in the second round, he's a must pick for me, that is. And he's too cheap. 128,000 is just ridiculously cheap. There's a lot of people that are really cheap this year, but Bartlett's just one for me that I just love to watch, so he's straight in for me. Sean Abbott, this is one to watch. Is obviously named in the Australian side against the Poms. I think he won't be selected in that team with Cummings coming back. Probably next test. Hazelwood I don't see returning, but I think the Aussie selectors will go Nessa over Abbott, which is a bit annoying because I rate Abbott a lot more, but they value Nessa's batting to keep the tail wagging, is what I've heard. So if he's not selected in the Aussie team, he's straight in for me. Again, another superstar. I've left him off here, but I'm looking at my team. I want to talk about him really quick. Riley Meredith, lock. Don't know why he's not on here. I think I've put Hussain in instead for him, but really quickly, Meredith, lock. No questions asked. Chauhan. I'll be honest, I don't know much about this guy. Had good stats in the finals last year. Bowled 2 for 28 for the Sixers. And potential breakout, 85,000 for 2 games. It'll be interesting to see what role he's got, and that's probably the only thing that scares me. But happy to give him a roll of dice for 85,000. Hussain, this is another one I don't really know much about. He took a wicket against Ireland the other day in their T20 International. I'm going to roll the dice on him. Again, he's got the 5 games inside 3 rounds playing for Hobart, so we'll have a throw the dice with him. Daniel Sams, bit of a pod, bit of a not, but if we go have a look at the fixture again, he's got that double in round 2, and he's just quality year on year. You know what you're going to get. Bowls death, cleans up tail, and can bat if needed to break the glass. And I've included Tom Curran here. I don't love Tom Curran pick. I obviously rate him very, very highly, but just the Stars team, I don't know if they're going to put enough pressure on the batsman to allow easy wickets. I'm also worried about the Stars not making enough runs to be able to defend, and therefore, again, there not being enough pressure. So, again, I saw Big 7 pick him, or include him. I'm not too keen on him, but I've put him here just in case people are thinking of him. He's a great bowler, he's an international player, but just not for me. And I'd love to hear what your thoughts are. So these are my picks. I'll go through them again. So my locks here are Alice, Dorsch, Abbott, Chauhan, and Meredith. For the batters, I'm going at the moment Mitch Owen, Azam, Chad Hurry, Jack Edwards, and Aaron Hardy on field. And then wicketkeepers, I'm going McDermott and Bancroft. And then in my flex, I've got Sams currently. Let me know what you're thinking. I'm going to include my team. Going to drop my team maybe 2-3 days. But really wanted to get this out and show you guys what I've been working on. Make sure you leave a comment. Let me know what you're thinking. And take care.
care.